Hey guys, welcome back to Griffin's Gaming Guide. Today we're going to be going after another Grand Theft Auto 5 trophy, Kifflom, where you need to complete your path to entitlement or not. Now Kifflom can only be completed as Michael and is probably one of the most long-winded, pain in the arse trophies that I've ever come across. To get things started, open up your phone, go to the internet and then type in www.epsilonprogram.com. And then go down to evaluate your identity, where you're basically going to fill out a little questionnaire. You can answer any way that you want, either yes, no, or uncertain. Where after a good few days, you're then going to have a mission marker appear just outside Rattan Canyon. Now, just while we're going over all that on screen, I'll basically explain what Kifflom is. It's, like I say, it is a pain in the arse to do. It's going to cost you initially around 100 grand to actually complete the trophy itself. But at the end, providing you make the right choices, which obviously we'll go through in this video, you can walk away with a nice cool 2.1 mil. Now, where Kifflom's such a pain to complete, I have broken it down in this video into 10 easy steps that we're going to go through. Obviously, step 1 was opening up your phone and doing your evaluation test. Step 2 is getting up to this Strangers and Freaks mission that you've just seen on screen, where you then need to donate your first amount of money, which will be $500, after you've passed the initial mission. Now, the majority of the things you need to go through in Kifflom are cutscenes, which fortunately can be skipped. They don't affect the trophy in any way, but probably one of the most biggest kind of annoyances about this trophy, you're going to need to walk 5 miles through the desert. But obviously, like I say, we're going to go through every single thing that you need to do in order to be able to complete the Kifflom trophy or achievement, and hopefully drive away with that just over $2 million of in-game currency, which will help you out massively. Now, initially, I recommend that you get this one started once you've completed the Vangelico heist, as Michael will then have a decent enough bank account to be able to do what's needed to complete this trophy or achievement. Now, as you can see here, we've basically just been mugged and robbed, where we're then going to receive an email asking us to donate $500 to the kind of muggers that have just left us just outside a power station, which is nice. So in order to donate money to the Epsilon program, obviously the Kifflom, you basically open up your phone, check your emails up in the top left, and then press either square or X, depending on your console, where you can then scroll down, and initially you need to donate $500. Now, in order to get new mission markers in Kifflom, you need to wait between 1 and 3 in-game days, which is easiest by simply going back to Michael's house, sleeping in the bed, either saving or not, is entirely up to you, where it'll move time forward 6 hours. So to move forward 1 day, you need to sleep 4 times until the Epsilon symbol appears on your map, which you can see next to his bed. So obviously we've got the next one appearing now. We're going to jump in one of the cars in the garage and then head over to where we're going to see a cutscene, which again, like I say, all cutscenes in the Kifflom trophy or achievement kind of quest line can be skipped. You don't need to watch them. If you do, it's entirely up to you, you know what I mean? It's a bit of a laugh sometimes, the crap they come out with, but I suppose each to their own, everyone's got a thing. So after we've come out of this kind of little warehouse storeroom, we're going to get another email from Marnie, this time asking us to donate $5,000. Same process, open up the email, press square or X, donate 5 grand and move on. Now for the next step, you're going to need to wait another 1 to 3 days, so either do missions, sleep, die, whatever you need to do to advance time forward. You're then going to have another Epsilon symbol appear, get yourself up there, watch the cutscene. Once you're done with the cutscene, you're going to receive another email basically tasking you with collecting 5 vehicles. Now, fortunately, the 5 vehicles that you're going to need to collect have all got set locations. It's not like the old Grand Theft Autos where you'd have to kind of drive around for hours on end, hopefully waiting for one to spawn. All 5 of these vehicles have dedicated spawn points that have been specifically put into Grand Theft Auto 5 to assist with the Kifflom trophy or achievement. So we'll give the video footage a second to catch up with itself, so that way you can see exactly what you need to do. I'll jump back in when we're going after our first vehicle. See you in a tick.
Be praised.
Hello, Michael. Or should I say, Zolag?
Right then, now that's all done with, and you know what's what. Once you've received this email, you're going to get pictures of the cars that you need. Now, the 5 vehicles in question are the Pegassi Vacca, the Benefactor Surano, the Declasse Tornado, the Enus Super Diamond, and the Dinka Double T. The Pegassi Vacca can be found on Vinewood Hills in Wispy Mound Drive, and you're going to see the Pegassi Vacca exactly there on the driveway. Now, because these cars have been put in place by the developers to assist with the Kifflom Trophy or Achievement, you've never got to worry about alarms or smashing a window or anything like that, which is handy, as you need to get these cars to their destinations in mint condition. The slightest scratch, dent, bump, anything at all, and you're going to have to get yourself to Los Santos Customs and pay for a repair. So as you're going to see me do as we go through collecting all 5 vehicles, I'm driving very cautiously and slowly, as like I say, the slightest imperfection on any of these vehicles and they won't be accepted, and the cost does start mounting up for obviously every time that you need to repair it. And you also need to make sure, as I didn't in this first one, make sure that you park the car far enough in the garage to basically satisfy the requirements of the game.
Enjoy that ride in 10th paradigm.
Now for your second car, the Benefactor Surano, you can find that again in Vinewood Hills, this time though up on Lake Vinewood Estate. You need to head into the estate, then look over to the east of the turnaround where you're going to find the Benefactor Surano in a parking bay. And all 5 of these vehicles need to be driven back to the same house. However, obviously I'm going to open up the map every single time, set a waypoint, that way I know exactly where I'm going. You need to do kind of a direct route as possible, as obviously any mistakes you need to then pay for the repairs. Now if for whatever reason you are running very tight on cash and you've only got around 100 grand when you start off Kifflom and you don't want to waste any money, if you do end up having a bad smash in the car and you don't want to pay for the repairs, simply wait a few minutes and then go back to the spawn location where you're going to be able to pick up another mint condition vehicle.
Don't you have it, Declasse?
Zolag, don't be an antithesis.
Now for your third vehicle, the Declasse Tornado, you can get that down in Howick on Elgin Avenue. You can find a Declasse Tornado in the car park of the Chrome Specialists. And bear in mind, this is a very weak car compared to the other 2 that you've been driving for this one. So just take it a little bit easy in it. It's very easy to have something come up behind you, smash into the back of you, where you're that limited on power.
Hey, man.
Hello. Is everything... Oh, yeah. Yes, it was me.
Hey! Great audition yesterday! Hey, buddy.
Oh! Kifflom, baby.
And for your fourth vehicle, the Enus Super Diamond, you can find that in Rockford Hills. You need to head around to the car park off the main road to find the Enus Super Diamond. Then be very careful getting it back to the garage as it's deceptively powerful. For those of you that are fans of cars, this is essentially a Rolls-Royce Phantom. Now, it looks and handles like a boat. However, it is incredibly powerful. You press the accelerator and you're going forward like you're in a supercar.
Kifflom, Zolag. Good boy.
And finally, for the Dinka Double T, you can find that on Rockford Hills on Movie Star Way. You can find a Dinka Double T in the car park on the north side of the Life Invader offices, then drive it very cautiously to the garage as this bike can be very, very powerful. And again, slight imperfection and they won't accept it.
Oh! Enjoy that ride at 10th Paradigm.
Right then, now that we've delivered all 5 vehicles successfully to the, I don't know, the Kifflom house we'll call it, obviously the Epsilon symbol on the map, you then need to wait another 1 to 3 in-game days where yet another Epsilon symbol will appear on the map. You need to head over there and go through the cutscene, which again is skippable, where you need to find 3 alien artifacts using the scanner to pinpoint their locations. And obviously with another Epsilon mission comes another email from Marnie basically telling you what she expects. Now the alien artifacts, and I do say that in quotation marks, as they're basically an old TV, a kind of, I don't even know what it is, it's like a battery pack sort of radio sort of thing, and an old boot. Hold down L2 to basically scan for where they are. When the scanner goes blue, head in that direction and you'll have this one done soon enough. And then as a thank you for finding all 3 artifacts, you then get to donate 10 grand to the Kifflom program. Obviously it's exactly the same thing. You receive an email. This time though you need to go in and donate 5,000, then back out, go back in and donate another 5,000, totaling the 10 grand required. Get a little bit cheeky this Epsilon program with your cash, isn't it?
It's still flashing blue. Imagine if the answer to everything was hidden in this bush.
Or the answer to nothing, because that is the answer to which there is no question.
Ow, it just gave me a shock. Maybe Kraft's trying to tell me something.
Kifflom.
Kifflom.
This area's a confirmed hotspot for extraterrestrial activity, bro. The device should light up blue when it finds a signal. Why don't you channel that energy into something productive? Hey, Shikuku Car, did you give him some of the special vitamins?
Whoa, wait a minute. What the hell is this? What's going on? Oh!
Do not despair, Zondar. You just need to try harder to rid your mind of ignorance, that's all. Where is your focus, Zondar? The meter only responds to your inner god, which must be set free to soar through the paradigms. Let it reverberate through your major organs. Resonate with your whole. Calm yourself. You must disconnect from your inadequacies. Control your inner child. Engage in the lucidity.
I think I'm close.
The Emperor has chosen you. 1 billion destinies in one. Zondar will be praised in the next paradigm.
Hey, Marnie? Shupar? This is ridiculous. Like I don't have anything better to do.
I heard that. You're being an antithesis again.
Okay. Come on then, little flashing box. Reveal the great truth to me.
So as you can see on screen, we're donating 2 lots of 5 grand, meaning you've obviously done the 10,000 required. You then need to wait another 1 to 3 in-game days where yet another Epsilon symbol will appear on your map. You need to go over there, go through the cutscenes, where you're then tasked with going onto the Epsilon website and purchasing Epsilon robes for a cool $25,000. And what an incredible price to pay to look like a tit. Now once you have bought the robes, you then need to wait 1 full day before they're delivered. Now there have been reports of a few issues with them actually appearing in your wardrobe at Michael's house. If you do have any issues, wait 1 day. If they don't appear, wait yet another day. If they're still not in your wardrobe or your closet, whatever you want to call it, then simply save the game, because obviously if you don't, this is an older game, it will obviously not save your progress. You'll have to do a few things again. Make sure that you do a quick save. You can find that on your phone. Go over to the left side, then shut down Grand Theft Auto 5 and then go back into it, where they will hopefully have appeared. Now I recommend making a backup save rather than a kind of overwriting a previous save. Make a fresh one. You get 15 save slots. If you've already used them up, just either, well, sacrifice another slot basically, because you don't want to be doing any of this trophy again.
Jesus. I mean, crap.
Now, once your robes have been delivered, it's then time for the most boring part of this trophy or achievement, as you need to wear the Epsilon robes for 10 days straight. Now, I recommend not going off and doing any missions whilst you're wearing the robes, as quite a few of Michael's missions will see him changed into a different outfit, such as, I'm not going to put any spoilers in, but he gets changed a few times throughout the main story. Now, the easiest way to complete this is, like I said earlier on, sleeping moves the game forward 6 hours. So sleeping 4 times will move it forward 1 day. Sleeping 40 times will move the clock forward for the full 10 days. Now you will get notified at the bottom left of your screen, just above your mini-map, every time that you've worn the robe for, say, 1, 2, 3, 4 days, whatever it might be. You'll be notified of that. And obviously, as you're just about to see here, it says that we've worn the robes for 10 days. That's what you need. After that, you can get changed. However, I recommend you stay in the robes, as you need them for a few other things that you need to do. You're then going to have a text come through from Chris. Basically, after this, you then need to sleep for another 1 to 3 days and wait for the next Epsilon symbol to appear on the map. Now, once the next Epsilon symbol has appeared on the map, get yourself over to the marker, where you then need to fly a Velum over to the Sandy Shores airfield. The problem is, you're going to be taken off from a dirt track right next to Fort Zancudo. You need to fly very, very low, as Fort Zancudo don't appreciate any air traffic in their airspace, and they will shoot it down. So keep yourself nice and low, just skim the trees and the bridges, where you're then going to be able to make it, and obviously ensure that before you land, that you lower your landing gear by pressing either L3 or the left stick, as not having landing gear out in a plane, if you don't know, obviously for those that you do, brilliant. For those that don't, if you don't have your landing gear out in a plane in Grand Theft Auto 5, you're going to have a very bad landing. So we'll get this next section completed, and then I'll jump back in where we're going to start step 9. Right, with the plane delivered, the cutscene's all gone through, we've passed the mission, lovely, lovely. We then need to wait another 1 to 3 in-game days where another Epsilon symbol will appear. You're starting to see a theme now, aren't you? Now, once this Epsilon symbol's appeared, you get yourself up to the mission marker and it's time for another very tedious part of the Kifflom trophy or achievement. You need to wander the Grand Sonora Desert whilst wearing the Epsilon robes for 5 miles. Now you need to ensure that you don't step foot on a road or go in a building or leave the desert in any way, as the conditions are very strict and you'll need to start again. Now after doing 4 miles you will get a phone call. Answer it, listen to the entire conversation, don't put the phone down even though it might be tempting, then walk the final mile where you will receive another call. You need to listen to this one as well. Now it says you need to walk around 5 miles, but you can just mash either the cross or the A button, obviously again dependent on the console, to make Michael sprint the 5 miles. It does get it done quicker. This can't be completed in any sort of vehicle, it's got to be done on foot, and they've called it kind of like a pilgrimage for you wandering in the desert wearing essentially your pyjamas. But it is one of those things that needs to be done, unfortunately, if you're a trophy or achievement hunter and you want this one done and out of the way. Now, it will take you roughly 25 to 30 minutes, depending on obviously walking, sprinting, whatever it is that you're going to be doing, to complete your 5 miles. Now, here, I've literally crossed over where there's kind of a closed off section that you can see here on the map. I'm just going to highlight it here for you as like a perimeter. You want to stay on the outskirts of this area as much as you can. If you go on one of the main roads, it's an instant fail. Now you will be told initially that you're in the Epsilonism pilgrimage zone. Where they come up with all this stuff, I don't know. But obviously, like I say, it's something that we need to do. You're also going to get a little blip that comes up just above your mini-map for every 0.1 of a mile that you've done. So obviously there's going to be 50 of them as you complete your 5 miles. Now I recommend that you chuck some music on, chuck a video on, but obviously keep an eye on the screen, as if you step 1 foot out of the Grand Sonora Desert, it's an instant fail. You'll have to start the entire 5 miles again. And obviously make sure that you answer them phone calls. And yeah, it's a painful 5 miles basically. Right, and now that we've done our 5 mile pilgrimage, we'll then get our second phone call from Chris. Obviously, once we've done the 5 miles themselves, you then need to go back to your safe house or wait another 1 to 3 in-game days, where you're then going to get the final, thankfully, Epsilon symbol appear on the map. Now, this is the important bit. As this is step 10, obviously the final part of the Kifflom questline, you have 2 options available to you, and the choices that you make here will determine your reward for completing the Kifflom questline. I recommend before you go to the mission marker, get yourself down to ammunition and stock up on firepower and armour, as you're going to need it if you want to walk away with that 2.1 mil. Now the 2 choices that you've got, you can either follow Chris to the drop-off point, get out of the car and leave, where your reward will be a crappy tractor that isn't even powerful enough to get up Michael's driveway, never mind anywhere else in the game. But if you want the 2.1 million for basically all of your troubles and efforts that you've already gone through in a game, then you need to get into the go to the mission marker drop off and then back out, do a hard reverse, where you then need to escape Epsilon security and a pretty decent police presence as well. Now, you are going to have an Epsilon chopper come down on you, and this thing is unrelenting. You're going to see all the footage in a minute anyway, but like I say, with some decent body armour, a pretty decent assault rifle, and hopefully either an RPG, a grenade launcher, anything that you can take a helicopter down with, you're going to have a much easier time escaping the police. I do put kind of like a waypoint up, so that when you're escaping, if you head over that way as well, there's train tracks which the police very rarely come after you on, and it's also a really good way of getting rid of the Kifflom that are kind of coming after you as ground troop. But either way, whichever way that you decide to complete the Kifflom questline, either leaving or fighting and driving your way out, you're going to unlock your Kifflom trophy or achievement at the conclusion of this part. So just obviously ensure you make your choices, and hopefully if you do try and escape, you go after that 2.1 mil. If the car's destroyed, then it's an instant fail. You'll lose your money. Now, even if your car is destroyed, you'll still unlock your trophy or achievement. So I recommend having a backup save ready to go just before you either get to the parking lot or before you even start step 10 when you're going to the final mission marker. That way, provided you just reload your save, if you do lose the car, you've got pretty much an infinite amount of tries to be able to get away from the Epsilon security and the police. But either way, like I say, at the conclusion of this part of the mission, your trophy or achievement will unlock. Good luck with it. So then guys, that's the Kifflom Trophy or Achievement Guide done and out of the way for Grand Theft Auto 5. I do hope that it helps you out. If it does, please press the like button. It does help us out a great deal. Let me know down in the comments what you thought the biggest pain in the arse part of the Kifflom Trophy or Achievement was. And also, if you managed to get away with a 2.1 million. If you did, really well done. Good work. Also, whilst you're down in the comment section, you're going to see a little red button that says subscribe. Give that a click, then press the notification bell next to it. That way you won't miss out on any of our future uploads. You guys look after yourselves, and we'll see you back here at Griffin's Gaming Guides.